Alright, here's a video for 3VT about the next paragraph, 9.5, counting with and without repetition. So I'd like to explain what this is. It says here the multiplication rule. Well, there is an example here that you can read, so you can read this yourselves, right, to see if you understand it. But I'm going to be using one of these exercises as an example to explain what the multiplication rule is and how you use that to count things. So I'm going to do this one, exercise 52. It says Patrick turns the spinners shown in 9.26. After the spinners have stopped turning, the arrows point at a 3-digit number. So in this case the number is 523. The first question is how many numbers are possible. Now you see that not every digit is on here, and the 6 is not on there, so you can't have 600 and something or 700 and something. Right? You can only have these ones. And here you have 4 different things that you can have, and here you have 6 different things that you can have. So now we use the multiplication rule, and that one says that if you just multiply the different possibilities that you have, then you know how many possibilities you have in total. So question A says, how many numbers are possible? So we do 5 times 4 times 6, because then we know how many numbers we can possibly make with this. So let's calculate what it is. This is 20. 20 times 6 is 120, and numbers are possible. Exercise B. How many numbers greater than 520 are possible? So the number that we want to have has to be bigger than 520. So that means that the first spinner over here, this cannot be a 1, because then we have 100 something. It can also not be a 2, because then you have 200 something. So it has to be a 5. So you only have one possibility there. Then we look at the second spinner, and this one can be a 2 or a 3 or a 4, because if it's a 4 it's 540 something or 530 something. But we want it to be at least bigger than 520. That means that it cannot be a 1. So here we have 3 possibilities. So 1 possibility, 3 possibilities, and then this one doesn't matter, because if this one is a 2, it doesn't matter what you put next to it. It's going to be bigger than 520 anyway. So the number of outcomes that we have is, for the first spinner we have 1 possibility, here we have 3 possibilities, and here we have 6 things. So we have 18 numbers that you can make that are bigger than 520. Exercise C. How many numbers less than 400 are possible? So it needs to be less than 400. So that means that the first number, the first digit, must be a 1, 2, or a 3. Because if it's a 3, it does not matter what you put next to it. It can never be more than 400. Right? It's going to be 300 something. So the first digit has to be 1, 2, or 3. So we have 3 possibilities there. And for the other spinners, it doesn't matter. So it's just the number of things that are on there. So 4 and 6. So that's why I write down 4 and 6. This is going to be 12. 12 times 6 is 72. Numbers is what you can make for exercise C. Moving on to exercise D, there the question is, how many numbers are possible that only contain odd digits? Now an odd digit is a digit like 1, 3 or 5. So 2 and 4 we can't use. Also here 2 and 4 we can't use. And also here 2, 4 and 6 we can't use. So we have 1, 2, 3 times 2 times 3. 3 times 2 times 3. So let's write that down. And then that's going to be 18. So you can make 18 numbers that only have odd digits. Exercise E. How many numbers are possible that contain at least 1 6? Okay, well there are no 6s here at all. There are no 6s here at all. So if it needs to have a 6, it needs to be this one. So here you have 1 option, and here you have everything. So it's going to be 5 times 4 times 1. So let's write that down, 5 times 4 times 1. It doesn't matter what you're going to have here. You want there to be 1 6 at least, so it has to be this one. So this is going to be 20. You can make 20 numbers that have, well, at least a 6 in it. This is how exercise 52 works. Now you can also make this exercise. I think you know enough to make that one. And then if you go to the other page, I'm going to make a separate video about 54. That's this one here. So maybe you can watch that one also. See you later. Bye-bye.